Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm pulling cards specifically for my Leo friends. And honestly, I've been feeling this intense energy around you all week. Something big is shifting for Leo right now, and I'm talking about a decisive moment that's going to change everything about how someone special sees you. So, I'm shuffling my deck here, and I'm asking the universe to show me what Leo needs to know about this person who's been on your mind. You know who I'm talking about. That person where you're wondering if they truly see your worth, if they understand that what they're looking for has been right in front of them this whole time. All right, let me pull some cards and see what's coming through for you. The first card that practically jumped out of my deck is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this isn't what most people would expect when we're talking about love and recognition, but this card is telling such a beautiful story for Leo right now. The Eight of Pentacles is all about mastery, dedication, and perfecting your craft. But in this context, what I'm seeing is that you've been working on yourself, Leo. You've been putting in the work to become the best version of yourself, and this hasn't gone unnoticed. This person has been watching you evolve, grow, and shine even brighter than before. The energy I'm getting is that while you might have felt overlooked or undervalued, this person has actually been witnessing your transformation. They've seen how you've been handling challenges, how you've been growing emotionally, spiritually, maybe even professionally. The Eight of Pentacles here represents that all your self-improvement, all your efforts to level up, are about to pay off in ways you didn't expect. What's interesting about this card is that it shows someone who's completely absorbed in their work, focused, and dedicated. This mirrors where you've been, Leo. You've been so focused on becoming better that you might not have realized how much you've been inspiring this person. They're seeing your dedication, your commitment to growth, and it's making them realize something very important about what they want in their life. The Eight of Pentacles also suggests that this person is starting to understand that real love isn't about flashy gestures or surface-level attraction. They're beginning to appreciate the depth of character, the commitment to personal growth, and the genuine substance that you bring to the table. This is why they're starting to realize that only with you will they find true happiness. Let me pull another card to see what's happening in their mind right now. Oh my goodness. I just drew the Four of Swords, and this is so perfect it's almost eerie. The Four of Swords represents contemplation, meditation, and taking time to really think things through. This person has been in a period of deep reflection about their life, their choices, and what they truly want. The Four of Swords shows someone lying in repose, taking time to process their thoughts and emotions. This is exactly what's been happening with this person regarding you, Leo. They've been mentally stepping back from all the noise, all the distractions, all the other options they thought they had, and they're finally getting clear about what really matters. What I love about this card in your reading is that it represents that moment when someone stops running around chasing external things and starts listening to their inner wisdom. This person has been busy, maybe dating other people, maybe focused on other priorities, but now they're in this contemplative space where they're really examining what brings them peace and genuine happiness. The Four of Swords is telling me that this person has realized they need to stop and really think about who makes them feel most centered, most at peace, most like themselves. And Leo, that person is you. When they quiet all the external noise and really tune into their heart, your energy, your presence, your love, is what brings them that sense of inner peace that the Four of Swords represents. This card also suggests that they're preparing for action. The Four of Swords isn't just about rest and contemplation. It's about gathering your strength and clarity before making an important move. This person is getting ready to act on their realization, and that decisive moment is coming sooner than you think. The energy is building towards something significant, and I need to pull another card to see what this realization is leading to. Wow, the Queen of Wands just came out. And Leo, this is you. The Queen of Wands is confident, magnetic, creative, and absolutely radiant. This card represents your energy and how this person is starting to truly see you. The Queen of Wands is someone who lights up every room they enter, who inspires others just by being themselves. This person is finally recognizing that this is exactly who you are in their life. You're not just another option for them. You're the one who brings warmth, creativity, passion, and genuine joy into their world. What's beautiful about the Queen of Wands in this position is that it shows this person is seeing your authentic power, not the superficial things that initially attract people, but your real inner fire, your ability to make life more exciting and meaningful just by being present. The Queen of Wands holds a sunflower, which always turns toward the light. This is how this person is starting to see you, Leo, as their light, their source of warmth and positivity. They're realizing that when they're with you, they naturally become a better version of themselves. You inspire them to be more creative, more confident, more alive. This card also represents someone who knows their worth and doesn't settle for less. The person who's been on your mind is finally understanding that you embody this energy. You're not someone who chases or begs for attention. You're the Queen of Wands. You know your value, and you attract people through your authentic confidence and warmth. The Queen of Wands is also incredibly intuitive. This person is recognizing that you understand them on a level that others don't. You see their potential, you support their dreams, and you believe in them even when they don't believe in themselves. This realization is part of what's making them understand that only with you will they find true happiness. Let me see what's coming next in this situation. The Seven of Cups just appeared, and this explains so much about what's been happening in this person's mind. The Seven of Cups represents illusions, choices, and being overwhelmed by options that aren't really as good as they seem. This person has been surrounded by what looked like many attractive options. Maybe other romantic interests, maybe other life paths that seemed exciting on the surface. The Seven of Cups shows someone looking at all these different cups floating in the clouds, each one offering something different, but most of them are actually illusions or distractions from what really matters. What I'm seeing with this card is that this person has been caught up in fantasy thinking. Maybe they thought they wanted someone more mysterious, or someone who played hard to get, or someone who fit a certain image they had in their mind. The Seven of Cups represents all these superficial attractions that initially seemed appealing, but ultimately left them feeling empty or unsatisfied. But here's the beautiful part. The Seven of Cups also represents the moment when someone realizes that all those glittering options were just distractions from the real treasure that was right in front of them. This person is coming out of their fantasy phase and starting to see clearly. They're realizing that what they really need isn't some impossible dream or perfect fantasy. It's the genuine love, warmth, and connection that you offer. The Seven of Cups often appears when someone has been paralyzed by too many choices, but now they're ready to move past the illusion and focus on what's real and substantial. Leo, you represent what's real in their life. You're not a fantasy or an illusion. You're genuine, consistent, and authentic. This card is telling me that this person's decisive moment is coming because they're finally seeing through all the false options and recognizing that happiness isn't found in chasing illusions. It's found in appreciating the real love that's been patiently waiting for them to wake up. I'm feeling like there's more to this story, so let me pull another card. The Knight of Cups is here, and this represents either this person's energy or someone who's going to play a role in bringing you two together. The Knight of Cups is the romantic of the tarot, the one who follows their heart and isn't afraid to express their feelings. If this represents your person, then what I'm seeing is that they're moving from the contemplative energy of the Four of Swords into action mode. The Knight of Cups doesn't just think about love, he acts on it. He's the one who shows up with flowers, who writes the heartfelt letter, who makes the grand gesture not for show, but because his heart is genuinely full of love. The Knight of Cups represents someone who's finally ready to be vulnerable, to to put their heart on the line, to risk rejection because they've realized what they could lose if they don't act. This person is transitioning into this energy right now, Leo. They're moving from confusion and contemplation into clarity and action. What's interesting about the Knight of Cups is that he's not just impulsive. He's moved by genuine emotion and deep feeling. This person isn't going to approach you because they're bored or because you're convenient. They're going to come to you because they've realized that you're the one who makes their hearts sing, who brings out their romantic side, who inspires them to be the kind of person who believes in real love. The Knight of Cups also represents artistic and creative expression. This person might express their feelings for you in creative ways, through music, through writing, through planning something special that shows they've been paying attention to what makes you happy. If this card represents someone else, then it might be indicating that a mutual friend or someone in your circle is going to help facilitate this connection. Sometimes the Knight of Cups appears as a messenger of love, someone who helps bring two people together, or who delivers important romantic news. Either way, the Knight of Cups is telling me that the energy around your situation is shifting from passive to active, from uncertain to determined. Let me pull one more card to see how this all unfolds. The Nine of Pentacles just came out, and Leo, this is such a powerful card for your situation. The Nine of Pentacles represents independence, luxury, self-sufficiency, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. But in this context, it's telling me something beautiful about what this person is realizing about you. The Nine of Pentacles shows someone who has created a beautiful life for themselves, who doesn't need anyone else to complete them, but who would be willing to share their abundance with the right person. This is exactly how this person is starting to see you, Leo. They're recognizing that you're not needy or desperate. You have your own life, your own goals, your own successes. You're the Nine of Pentacles energy. You're complete on your own, which makes you incredibly attractive to someone who's looking for a real partnership rather than someone to fix or save. The Nine of Pentacles also represents refinement and good taste. This person is appreciating your sophistication, your ability to create beauty in your life, your high standards. They're realizing that being with you would mean stepping up their own game, becoming worthy of someone who embodies this kind of excellence. What I love about this card in your reading is that it shows this person understands that you're a prize worth winning. The Nine of Pentacles person doesn't settle for just anyone. They have high standards because they know their worth. This person is finally grasping that if they want to be with you, they need to bring their A game. The Nine of Pentacles also suggests that this person sees a future with you where both of you can enjoy the finer things in life together. They're imagining not just romance, but partnership in building a beautiful, abundant life. They can see themselves growing with you, achieving things together that neither of you could accomplish alone. This card is also telling me that your independence and self-sufficiency are exactly what's making this person realize you're different from everyone else they've considered. You're not trying to complete yourself through them. You're complete already, which means any relationship with you would be about adding joy and love to an already full life, not about filling empty spaces. The decisive moment that's coming is this person's realization that true happiness isn't about finding someone who needs you, but about finding someone whose life is already beautiful and who would willingly share that beauty with you. Let me see what final message the cards have for this situation. Oh wow, I just pulled the Hermit, and this is giving me chills because it perfectly explains the journey this person has been on and where they are right now. The Hermit represents soul-searching, inner wisdom, and the moment when someone finds the truth they've been seeking. This person has been on a spiritual and emotional journey, looking everywhere for happiness, for fulfillment, for the right connection. The Hermit shows someone who's been walking a long path, carrying their own light, searching for answers. But here's what the Hermit is telling me about your situation, Leo. This person has finally reached the point in their journey where they understand what they've been looking for. The Hermit's lantern represents inner wisdom and clarity, and this person's inner wisdom is telling them that you are what they've been searching for all along. The hermit often appears when someone has been through a period of solitude and self-reflection, and they've gained the wisdom to recognize real value when they see it. This person has been the hermit. They've been on their own journey, maybe pulling back from relationships, maybe focusing on personal growth, maybe just trying to figure out what they really want from life. Now they're emerging from that hermit phase with clarity about what matters most. The hermit's journey leads to wisdom, and their wisdom is telling them that genuine happiness, the kind that lasts, the kind that feeds the soul, is only possible with someone like you. What's beautiful about the hermit in this position is that it represents someone who's done the inner work. This isn't a person who's going to come to you out of loneliness or desperation. They've spent time with themselves, they know who they are, and from that place of self-knowledge, they recognize that you complement them perfectly. The hermit also suggests that this person has been guided by something deeper than just surface attraction or social expectations. Their intuition, their inner voice, their soul has been guiding them toward this realization about you. This makes their upcoming decision incredibly meaningful because it's coming from the deepest, most authentic part of who they are. The lantern the hermit carries represents not just finding their own way, but being able to light the way for others. This person is realizing that with you, they could be that guiding light for each other, helping each other navigate life's challenges and supporting each other's growth. So Leo, what I'm seeing from all these cards is such a clear story. This person has been on a journey. They've been working on themselves just like you have with the Eight of Pentacles. They've taken time to really think and reflect with the Four of Swords. They've been distracted by options that seemed appealing but weren't real with the Seven of Cups. But now they're seeing you clearly as the Queen of Wands that you are. Confident, radiant, and inspiring. They're ready to move into Knight of Cups energy and actually do something about their feelings. They recognize your Nine of Pentacles independence and abundance, and they want to be worthy of sharing that with you. Most importantly, the hermit is telling me that this realization is coming from the deepest, most authentic part of who they are. This isn't a fleeting attraction or a convenient choice. This is soul-level recognition that you are their person, that only with you will they find the kind of happiness that truly satisfies. The decisive moment is coming, Leo, because this person has done the inner work and gained the wisdom to recognize what real love looks like. And it looks like you. Their journey has led them to understand that happiness isn't about finding someone perfect or someone who fits an image they had in their mind. It's about finding someone who makes them want to be better, who brings out the best in them, who feels like home even in the midst of life's storms. You are that person for them, Leo. The cards are absolutely clear about this. Their period of confusion and searching is ending, and their period of clarity and action is beginning. Trust in your own worth, trust in the connection you feel, and get ready for this person to step up in a way that might surprise you. The universe has been orchestrating this whole thing, and now all the pieces are falling into place. The energy I'm feeling around this is so positive and certain. This isn't about whether they'll realize it. They already are realizing it. This is about them finding the courage to act on what they know to be true, and that courage is building every day. So stay in your Queen of Wands energy, Leo. Continue being the amazing, radiant, independent person you are. Don't chase, don't beg, don't lower your standards. Trust that what's meant for you will come to you. And in this case, it's coming because this person has finally understood that you're not just an option, you're the option. The only one who can give them the happiness they're truly seeking. I hope this reading brought you some clarity and hope. I'd love to hear in the comments if you're feeling this energy, or if any of these messages resonated with you. Take care, and remember, you're absolutely magnificent just as you are.